Test, 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 test. All right. Ads. Walk like, smell like. I could tell that. Whatever it is, sell that. You know I'm all about that. Whatever it is, I do it big. Whatever it is, I do it big. Hey, big like a big nigga should. A big nigga skinny bitch is like, ugh. And it can just burn out. Burn out. Meh. We had that. Look like, walk like, smell like. You a freak, I could tell that. Whatever it is, sell that. You know I'm all about that. Whatever it is, I do it big. Whatever it is, I do it big. I'm gonna give him Tori. On it by the Mac on it. Alright. Looks like the community is back from the ads. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Or, you know, afternoon or evening, depending on the type of the world that you're on. Dean, not top 10 yet. Not yet. Because this is actually, you know, it's been a while since we streamed, of course. I got past all of that seasonal stuff that I was doing, and I have been working on videos a lot more, I would say, lately. And we're finally getting back into the swing of streaming, because I finally got back to the point where I can actually do some, like more repetitive activities, I would say, kind of. That's better for streaming than it is recording. Like, I'm about to do a little bit of Tithe Farm, or I should say I'm actually finishing Tithe Farm. We only need 100 seeds left, and then we are actually all done with Tithe Farm. I have 5 out of the 7 items. All we're missing is the seed box and the herb sack. And we have, as you can see over here, 475 points. We need 500 in order to get these last 2 items. So we are literally at the end of the Tithe Farm grind, which is pretty nice. So yeah, it has, you know, we're just gonna we're gonna get right into it, because I'm actually getting better. We're getting more efficient. I'm actually learning how to multitask now. You see this? I'm actually talking and we're playing the game at the same time. Yeah, things have changed. It's a new year. 2026. But yeah, this hardcore has come a long way. We are now, oh damn, this hardcore is now, I think, total level, what total level are we? We are 1410, which isn't bad. We definitely could be a little bit farther, but considering how I've only had this hardcore since October, so it's only been like a few months and we're already almost total up. Well, I can't even say we're almost 1500. the main, the old hardcore Ironman that I've been working on the past couple of years, I finally started the process of de-ironing that account so that I could use it to practice other content, other bosses, raids, quests, all that other stuff in preparation for this hardcore Ironman. I did do a couple of Tombs of a Mascot runs. I think we did like 3 or 4. I ran it with Basit and Excel. And I believe Adam. I think it was Adam. Can't remember. Can't remember who the other one was that we ran it with. Tombs of a Mascot was pretty interesting. And it is something that I definitely want to try to complete on the hardcore. I definitely want some of those drops on this hardcore account. And I do think it's possible. If I do maybe a 150 invocation, I believe I could do Tombs of a Mascot on this hardcore Ironman and excuse me, and possibly get some good drops, you know? So I don't know. I feel like I keep burping. Lord Ada. Yeah, it was either, I honestly can't remember if it was him or Frothy Shart. I want to say it was Frothy Shart now that I'm thinking of it. I don't know what his name in Discord is, but I know his RuneScape name is Frothy Shart. But we did a 4-man TOA. Ran it a few times. The funny thing is, or I should say the cool thing is, before I started the process of de-ironing my, I'm going to call it my main now. Before I started the process of de-ironing my main, I actually made it through the first 2 Tombs of a Mascot runs with my hardcore status still intact on that account. The only reason why I ended up dying is because, oh snap, look, I'm over here, I'm not paying attention. I lost the fruit. I lost 2 fruit. Cause I'm not, I still can't multitask. Oh no. I was hyping myself up too much. I lost 2 fruit. But yeah, the only reason why I ended up dying on that hardcore was because we ended up increasing the invocation up to 300, and it made some of the the bosses and stuff like that just create like wardens at the end, increasing the speed of wardens, having the wardens do the left, right, middle thing super fast as he was on top of the big crocodile freaking thing shooting you. I was just like, I can't do nothing. And then all the tiles lighting up and disappearing. I was just like, this is chaotic. I was like, I tunnel visioned. Like, I either focused on wardens, or I focused on the big alligator thing throwing shit at me, or I focused on the things on the floor. I could not do all 3. That thing, I freaking died. It was crazy. But TOA is definitely fun. And like I said, I do think it's possible for me to complete on the hardcore, but only if I run like maybe like a 150 maybe. I don't think I'd go higher than 150 if I want to get those drops on the hardcore. But it was pretty interesting though. We are on top of me wrapping up this Tithe Farm run. I do also have 93 fire making. These are the current stats on the hardcore, right? So highest stat right now is fire making at 93. First 90 skill. Second 90 skill we just got recently was 90 strength. And yeah, everything else I would say is looking kind of decent. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I would like to get a lot higher, right? Like Slayer for one. Slayer's level 41. I need that to be higher so we can upgrade some of our gear. I haven't really started working on rune crafting, hunting, or sailing yet, so that's why they're still, all 3 of those are still below level 10. But besides those 3 skills, I think everything at least is base 40s, right? 47 construction, 42 crafting. Thieving's at 38, but damn, that actually did. My freaking heart. Man, already back with the jump scares. That legitimately got me. That's crazy. My heart really jumped. Every time, bro, I'm telling you, because I always forget about it. I seriously forget about it. I'm telling you, I can't focus on too many things at once. So it's like the part of my brain that stores information about the jump scare. Anytime I do something like Tithe Farm, my brain is just like, all right, there's too much memory in here. We have to get rid of some things. And that jump scare is like the first thing that goes into the recycling bin. Smelling like a come up and the answer for her problem, but I'm not him. I don't mind it though. Every time though, I was actually thinking of adding some more though. There was I haven't really gone through my alerts in a while, right? So I feel like I keep telling myself that I want to upgrade my alerts, right? Like I actually want to go through and see what new alerts probably have been added. Possibly add like more jump scares and whatnot, since that jump scare is legitimately the most used alert on my channel. I was like, you know what, let's try to find some more similar to it so that people can spam it, since everybody loves the jump scare. But even this RuneLite plugin, how some of the alerts I had tied into RuneScape itself, the RuneScape Twitch plugin keeps telling me that it's like under maintenance. So you know how like if you played the crab emo thanks to me, yeah, for real. Everybody always seen you spamming it and they're always just like, it gets him every time. This is good. I'm gonna keep spamming it. But yeah, some of the other alerts that I had, like the crab one where you would play the crab emo and it would spawn a bunch of crabs like in RuneScape. The RuneScape plugin says that thing is under maintenance, so I can't tie any of my alerts to the RuneScape plugin. The only one that's still connected, I think, is like if somebody follows or if somebody subscribes, it still pops up like it's a collection log item and says that so and so has followed your account. I mean, that's still active, but the actual alerts, it says that it's under maintenance. So I don't know if they're like adding new ones or I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, I actually the last time I was streaming, when you were always asking me like when I'm gonna be doing like Whisperer or any of these other bosses, I actually legitimately want to get into more bossing. Like some of the guys in this Ironman, well, I can't even say that it's an Ironman clan anymore. This it used to be an Ironman clan. Now they started letting in regular members or regular accounts, but this clan that I'm in, they were actually talking about trying out the Nightmare this week or this weekend. So I don't know if I told them that, I'm in the process of de-ironing my main. So I was like, I might hit up the Grand Exchange to get some supplies, but I wouldn't mind trying out the Nightmare with them. Because I know the Nightmare... The only thing I know the Nightmare drops is the Inquisitors set, right? I don't really know like what bosses drop what, because I never really got into PVM. And my main account was at the point where I was just starting to get into PVM, which is why I was doing things like Bandos and I started doing Chambers of Zarek and all that other stuff. But I was pretty new to PVM, so I still don't really know like what bosses drop what exactly. I do know, and you might be happy to hear, but I do know that I have to fight Calfight Queen. So eventually I am going to have to start doing some Calfight Queen runs, because I know she drops the dragon pickaxe. She drops the dragon pickaxe, and I actually want the Calfight Queen pet. I think the Calfight Queen pet looks pretty cool. If I had to say top 3 pets, it would be Commander Zilliana. She would be number 1. Little Valkyrie lady following you around, I thought was the coolest thing in this game. Second favorite would probably be the Phoenix pet, because when you play with the HD plugin, the Phoenix Pet actually gives off light. So if you're in a dark area, he actually illuminates like the area like around him and stuff like that. I think it's so super cool. And then number three, I would say is Calfight Queen. I would love to get a Calfight Queen pet. Worst boss. Yeah, I know. I was watching a bunch of tutorials of people fighting her, and I was just like, boy, I have to be careful because I know she can stack you out so quick. She can do so much damage in such a little amount of time. So I was just like, ugh, I definitely have to be careful. There's a couple of members in this clan that was fighting her recently, and they were telling me about how they were like trapping her in like a corner or something like that, and they were flinching her because it was so much easier. But the guides that I was watching on YouTube, when they explained flinching her too compared to just actually fighting her, I was like, dude, I was like, you're gonna get so much more KC per hour if you just fight her. Like you setting up to flinch her is getting you like, it's getting like a fraction of the KC that you would get if you just fucking went in there and just straight up fought her. So I don't think I'm a flincher. I was like, I honestly think I'm just gonna go in there and fight her. But of course, it's gonna come down to like the gear and the levels and stuff like that. I need to make sure that I'm well equipped because I don't want to just go in there and just, get stacked out. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I definitely want to say that we are trying to get back into the swing of everything, streaming more often, and Ashton Jones, hi. Boy, ain't you supposed to be in school? What you doing watching the live stream at school? Before you get in trouble and then your phone gets taken away. What's up? Old. What's old? I don't know. I feel like you're just typing anything at this point. Alright. Almost done. Almost done. Good morning, laddie. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Gotta go. Yeah. Go to school. Stop watching streams. Welcome to everybody that's watching both on Twitch and on YouTube. I say it all the time, but later I say it all the time, but for my viewers on YouTube, if you watch on Twitch, we actually have music and stuff playing. So I know I don't really have like much sound going on YouTube, and that's because YouTube is real finicky with the music and stuff like that. So I had to deactivate the music on YouTube. But if you watch on Twitch, we do have some music playing in the background and stuff like that. So just a heads up. And I feel like I need to like readjust because I know I used to have I feel like I used to keep these up a little higher because I feel like I don't know, maybe I should increase it up to about like 10 for the RuneScape sound, so the RuneScape sound actually comes up just a little bit more. I feel like with when I used to stream like a few months ago, I would keep the RuneScape volume at about 5%, and it was good enough. But the 5% now, it just seems like you can't really hear any of the game sounds at all. But all right, we're almost done. We're almost done. Almost done. Honestly, feel like right after we greenlog Tithe Farm here, I definitely need to go and do a farm run. And then after that farm run, most likely we're gonna end back up at Wintertod because I need to get this to 99, man. I'm mostly trying to green log Tithe Farm right now because it actually gives you some useful items that you can use for Slayer. So like the herb sack and the seed box will actually make it so that I could pick up a lot more of the herbs and the seeds that some of those Slayer monsters are going to be dropping, which of course is going to help me out with herb lore and farming. So we need to make sure that we are ready. And again, my main, I had been working on that account for about like 2 years, right? And that main is only total level, I think like 1975 or something like that, right? And this account right now is 1410. This account is about 500 levels behind my main, and I've only had this hardcore for a few months versus the main that I had been working on it actively for about like 2 years. So the fact that this hardcore is catching up to my main this quickly is actually pretty awesome, I would say, because I feel like I really did learn a lot on my main in those 2 years that I was actively playing it. I learned so much more about RuneScape and just a bunch of things that I've never done before, right? Like prior to working on my main, I never stepped foot in God Wars dungeon before. Never even attempted to fight any of the God Wars bosses. I had never done Barbarian Assault prior to that main, and I, found a really great group of people to do it with, and we were able to get the fighter torso. One of them was Dean, helping out. What else? Yeah, just on that main when it was still a hardcore, like I learned so much more about this game that I felt like when I made this hardcore, I was able to basically speed through a lot of stuff. I was able to collect a lot of items early. I was able to plan a more efficient route on how to level up my account, and yeah. So basically what took me 2 years originally is now only taking me like a few months. This is crazy. So I can only imagine where this account would be in 2 years. You know? So much stuff I want to do. So much stuff. I feel like one of the things that's giving me the most anxiety, I would say, about this account is completing Dragon Slayer 2. I need to complete Dragon Slayer 2 because there's a bunch of stuff. There is so many nice unlocks that you get for completing Dragon Slayer 2. Like I could I could I could potentially get a dragon crossbow from Rune Dragons, which would be really nice. I'd be able to then fight Vorkath to get maybe an Ava's Assembler and just a bunch of stuff. But every single time I look at Dragon Slayer 2, I'm always just like, bro, like this is I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna walk out of it alive, man. Like watching guides, watching like Slayer music, for example, watching his guide on Dragon Slayer 2. Dragon Slayer 2 seems simple enough in the sense of, when you fight these bosses, even though they hit hard, yes, they can kill you. Yes, Galvic at the end can one-shot you. Even though they can do that, their mechanics don't seem complicated. Like, it's just like, all right, just look out for this, make sure you move here, do this, you're done. But part of me is always just like, ugh, bro, like what if What if I somehow mess up? What if I do something in a wrong way? What if I do something that, I didn't mean to do? And what if I lag? What if I disconnect? I'm always just like, there's so many like possibilities and things that could happen, and I'm just like, I don't want that to happen. But I need to complete Dragon Slayer 2. I need to. And before I even do Dragon Slayer 2, I'm actually planning on possibly green logging Chambers of Xeric. So when I do Dragon Slayer 2, like let's assume I have Chambers green logged, right? Like let's assume I have full ancestral, Dragon Hunter crossbow, twisted bow, etc., right? I feel like Dragon Slayer 2 may not be that difficult to complete if I have T-bow, right? Because I'm pretty sure Galvic and even Vorkath probably have like a high magic, what is it? Magic resistance, magic defense or something like that. That's going to make the T-bow hit even harder. So, top 10 yet? Oh, soon. Soon, don't worry. We are grinding. I still think it's possible, though. I still think it's possible to hit top 10, especially at the rate that I've been growing this account. Because like I said, I've only had this account since October, and we're already getting closer to total level 1500, which I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people out there that are more efficient than I am. But at the same time, compared to my old account taking me 2 years to basically get to this point, I feel pretty still feel pretty confident. All right, let's grow these last 2 plants and then we are done with Tithe Farm. Tired. I am tired. T-Red. T-I-erd. T-I-erd. Alright, we're gonna switch up the vibes. Switching up the vibes. Alright. Let us finish these last 2 plants because I can't seem to multitask and I messed up the first 2 plants on that very first run. So now, as punishment, I have to sit here and grow 2 individual plants to get the last couple of points that we need. When I think of you, I'm local. I play free-to-play Hardcore Ironman. There is actually nothing wrong with playing a free-to-play Hardcore Ironman because that's what I did on my first Hardcore. I always like to start off as free-to-play, and I usually like to get like certain skills leveled up, and I usually like to go through all of the free-to-play quests before I become a member. So I like to basically do, like Dragon Slayer 1, and all of those other free-to-play quests. I like to get my mining level up and crafting to like a certain point and things like that, and then that's when I like to get membership and then start doing all of the other things. This hardcore that I'm playing now is probably the only account that I've ever made where right out the gate, as soon as I made this a new account, I bought membership and I did like a bunch of early quests to help me level up. When Max, you're not multitasking. Stop using your hands to talk. I am multitasking. I have to grow these last two fruit. You don't see me waiting? Look, they just grew. Now we harvest them. I had to wait. I am multitasking. I'm trying my best. I had to wait. It wasn't me this time. It was the plants. I had to wait. Jeb got all quests done, and now I'm base 40. Hell yeah. Base 40s is nice. You're probably doing better than me because I still need to work on rune crafting, my hunter, and my sailing. Sailing specifically, we need 45 sailing in order to get Bell's Folly. That's going to be really good for Slayer. But yeah, we got all 100 fruit. Let's go ahead and turn it in. I was about to say I don't believe we were gonna get another farming level because now it's 14,000. But yeah, we are officially done with Tithe Farm. We have 500 points. We got our farming all the way up to level 68, which was really nice. I think when we started this Tithe Farm run, I think we were at like 51 or something like that. So really nice that we were able to get all the way up to level 68. That's going to give us some better seeds at Wintertod. All right, let's go over to rewards. Look away real quick as I enter in my bank pin. And then we need one seed box. Boom. Herb sack. Boom. Oh wait, no, I don't think I have enough. You need at least level 58 herb lord to purchase this. What? I can't even get the herb sack. All right, but that's cool though, because we have enough points to green log it anyways. So technically we're done. 58? I'm at level 50 right now. We need 8 more levels to purchase that herb sack. But like I said, we have the points for it. Tithe Farm is basically green logged. Congrats us. We did good. Pats on the back all around. Good job, guys. You worked hard. Open. Fill, empty, check the seed box. There's nothing in the seed box. Clues. Now we're gonna leave it open. Alright, the bank on the Hardcore Ironman right now is a complete disaster. More so than my main account. And that's because I just haven't really put it together. So don't judge me. Seed box we're just gonna throw in there real quick. Recolor's can, we're just gonna throw that back in there too. Let's before we do let's see. Nothing stop me getting somehow. I don't let it go. You see you when you're not. So I won't be alone. Alright, before we go ahead and do a farm run, let's see, community is back from ads. Welcome back, community. Welcome back. As you can see, one of the things I started to do is when I'm not streaming and I come across beginner, easy, and even medium clues, I started doing mediums. I'm trying to get those done. We're going to wait until we meet some of the requirements or more of the requirements to try to attempt these hard clues. I even got an elite clue. I can't remember where I got it from, to be honest. It's probably going to end up being in the Hardcore Ironman series if I can ever, find time to work on those videos. But I think from one of the clue scrolls, I ended up getting a master clue. And I'm just like, bro, this is going to be an extremely long time before we even attempt that one, right? So anytime I get the reward caskets, I like to put it in the bank, and I like to open them up closer towards like the end of stream. But I say that to say we have 2 more easy clues that we can go and attempt to try and get. So before I do my farm run and go back to Wintertod, let's try to see if we can do a couple more of these easy clue scrolls. And we got another stash unit that we need to build here. Let's put all these back. So I need a hammer, I need a saw, I need 2 planks, and we need 10 nails to build the thing. I need a blue robe top, turquoise robe bottoms, oak short bow. I think we have an oak short bow in here. No, we got oak long bows, but I could make an oak short bow right now. Oak fletching knife, bowstring, boom boom, oak short bow, string that baby up, oak short bow. Hi again. How you gonna tell me that you're leaving to go to class and then you end up right back in here again? How does that work? Uh-oh, what did I do with the oak short bow? Oh, I have a bunch of them. Oh, they were right here. I'm stupid. That's why. I don't know. Okay. In order to get the turquoise tops and stuff like that, I think we need to run over to the gnome area, the gnome tree area. So let's run over there real quick. Yeah, it was time to go. I bet it was. So yeah. Let me put these up to 10. I feel like that might be a little bit better, right? Trying to at least have like some sort of sound effects going on, so at least the YouTube audience has something kind of to listen to other than just the sound of my voice. Like, I know the sound of my voice is really nice. Like, I know I have one of those TV broadcaster voices that should be in those infomercials, or that type of voice that lets you sleep peacefully at night. I know I have that type of voice, and I know you guys love listening to me, but you know, sometimes I want to give you guys other stuff to listen to other than just me ranting and raving and talking, you know? You guys know. You know what I'm talking about. It sounds too American. Howdy, y'all. Yeah, have one of them southern accents. Texas. Freedom. Guns. America. Oil. Freedom. Turn this into a very American stream. Turquoise robe bottoms. Alright, cool. Got everything. To Lumbridge we go. And Clue, where are you? Oh, Lumbridge Mill. So we gotta run all the way over here. Where am I going? Part of me feels like I might even just open up the clue scrolls now after I do these last two, because I don't think I'm gonna end up opening up another one on stream. I doubt we're gonna end up getting another clue scroll on stream. So I might just open them up now instead of waiting until the end of stream. Boom, boom, boom. Talk to Yuri. I heard that the tall man fears only strong winds. Nigga, what? And I know that there's a chance to show you one that I'm shy around. No, it's only I could. Way that turn you down. When I know that there's a chance to show you. What are you gonna do another live stream? I'm assuming that you're saying when am I gonna do another live stream, and that's a good question. I have no idea. I don't generally plan anything. I just go with the wind When I wake up and I live my day, wherever the wind takes me, so shall I go. Artie Market. Where am I going? Yeah, lazy. Nah, I genuinely felt like because I tried to adhere to like certain schedules and whatnot, when I miss like a deadline or when I was supposed to do something, I always felt terrible. I always feel like, you know, I've got so much things going on sometimes that if I miss a deadline, me as a perfectionist, I'm just like, ooh, I don't like that. That grinds my gears. That messes me up. So like even now, I say on my YouTube that I upload every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, three times a week, but even trying to stick to that schedule sometimes I genuinely can hit that. Sometimes I have other stuff going on in my life that makes it damn near impossible. So I just do my best. We just do what we can. Yeah, another stash unit? What's with these stash units, bro? I swear I feel like I've built every easy clue stash unit by now. Pink skirt, pink rope top, body tiara. Oh, this is the one I think I was trying to get the last time. I don't have a body rune or a body talisman. Damn. I don't have a body talisman. What the heck? I just realized that the spells moved over one again, and that's because of this. Minigame teleport requires no runes. Recharge time 20 minutes. Warning, this spell takes a long time. So if I just, if I click it, that's cool. So wait, did they take it out from here? Oh no, you could still access it from here. So if I click Clan Wars and hit teleport, I could still teleport to Clan Wars, but they just added in an actual magic book thing. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. That's nice. That's nice. But it takes you 6 months to make a video too. Man, it definitely big stretch. Tired. Anyways, yeah, it definitely does, man. It depends on the type of video, because I'm starting to realize that when I play maybe like open world games, it takes me forever. Like if I do open world games or if I'm playing games with the family and stuff like that, those type of videos take me a lot longer to edit because I have to find like the good moments and all that stuff, versus if I played like a linear game, a game that just has like a story mode or something, and I'm just kind of like going through the story. Those games are a lot easier to edit because I kind of just follow, you know, the timeline of events. I would say, like, you know, I press new game, has an opening cutscene. Of course, you would put the cutscene in the video and all that stuff. It's a lot easier to edit, but open-ended games take me forever to edit. Like I've been trying to edit this Phasmophobia video that I did with the family, and I swear I've been working on it for like 4 days and I still haven't made like an actual video, and I still might end up scrapping it. So I'm just like, all right, I need to figure out when I want to record games and when to live stream, because I feel like those family game nights that I have where I'm playing Phasmophobia with the family, those videos, I feel, or that time, I feel like needs to be live streamed instead of recorded. I feel like it would be much better like if I live stream that like on the weekends when we're playing versus trying to do a video on it, because it's too complicated to make a video. It's like 4 hours of footage that I went through for like a 10-second clip, basically. So, and that's why it's been taking me so long to work on the Hardcore Ironman videos, because I'm trying to hit deadlines. But if I'm working on this one video that's supposed to go up tomorrow and I just went through 4 hours of footage to get nothing, then I'm just like, well, I don't have a video for tomorrow now. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to balance it, you know? Could pass it to a cheap Fiverr editor. You know, original part of me was just like, man, maybe I should try to see if I can get an actual editor, because editing videos I still feel like isn't my strong suit, and part of me feels like I would rather stream than edit videos, but at the same time I do like when the videos come out how I want them to. Like some of the videos I've uploaded on the channel I really do genuinely like and feel like, you know, they've got some replay potential. I need a lot more edit practice. Yeah, same, bro. Me too. I feel that 100%. I honestly feel like if I was better at editing, then I would edit my videos a whole lot faster than how I do. I feel like that would actually help me tremendously. Alright, I need to see really quick, because I know these... Oh, I was just... Look at that. Look at God. Before I even said anything, God was just like, shh, shut your mouth. I got you. I was about to be like, alright, we're killing these guards so that we can get a body talisman. Oh, wait. It doesn't even matter. Because in order to get a body tiara, I need to access the body thing, and I need 20 rune crafting. Hold on. If I do Temple of the Eye is actually going to give us what we need. So damn. All right, this turned into a huge side quest. I need 10 rune crafting to do Temple of the Eye. Temple of the Eye, I think, is going to take us all the way up to like 27 rune crafting, I think. And I'll be able to use this body talisman to make a tiara, and then I can do this clue step. Dang, what a... Damn, this turned into a hella side quest. What can I make right now? We just need level 10. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Temple of the Eye, Temple of the Eye, Temple of the Eye, Temple of the Eye, Temple of the Eye. Open wiki guide. Let's see. Temple of the Eye. We need enter the abyss and rune mysteries complete, which we've already done. We just need the 10 rune crafting, a bucket of water, a chisel, a pickaxe, which I feel like runes. We're gonna make earth runes. We're just gonna take, let's see. Let's hold on to this. Get rid of that. Put that in the bank. Put that in the bank. Have this. Have this. Come over here. Might as well do regular rune essence because need to get those out of the bank. Alright, switch this up too. Get out of here. And then we're gonna run back over here. Piece of your love, calling you up to get down, down. The way that we touch is never enough. Calling you up. Oh, I didn't bring the damn earth thingy. Damn. Hold on. I think you guys can you guys see my dog laying on the floor at my bedroom door? It's because she wants to go outside, or not even out there, but she wants to just leave the room. This is what she usually does. She'll scratch at the door and she'll just lay there until I either get up to use the bathroom or whatever. She does it all the time. That's why I turned around and saw her. I'm just like, all right, bro, hold on. So I opened up my bedroom door, and she just stared at me for some reason. She was just like all of a sudden, nah, you know what? I don't want to go anywhere. Whatever, dog. Over here laying at my door, looking like you want to go out there, and then you don't even go. I tried to help you out. Child, get out of here. Ooh, I'm gonna squeeze your foot. Oof. Over here sitting in front of my desk now. Whatever, dog. Tried to help you out. I just opened up the door and she's just staring at me. And look, she went right back over there again. I don't know what you want. Mysterious ruins. Make some earth runes. Should get us to level 10. Alright, and once we hit level 10, now I should be able to do everything that we need. Alright, now we should have everything that we need. Oh, oops. Let's see what we need. Yeah. We need a bucket of water. First, we're going to take all of the other essentials, I would say, which is usually comprised of this right here. We've already got an air staff on us. Take some weapons just in case. We've already got all that other stuff. Alright, there's no enemies to fight actually, so we don't need those. Bucket of water. Bucket of water, a chisel, and a pickaxe. That's really all we need. Method of teleportation, blah blah blah. Alright, cool. Got everything that we need. Temple of the Eye. Quest helper. Let's go. Thing past the east. Alcarid Gate. Slumbridge. Out of place wizard. Hello, hey there. What's a wizard doing in Alcarid? Why shouldn't a wizard be in Alcarid? Good question. Because I just haven't seen a wizard around here before. Well, for a start, I'm not just any wizard. The name's Mia Purston, the leading researcher in teleportation magic for the Order of Wizards. Pleased to meet you. I'm Pycaon. Now, as for your question, maybe you should start expecting the unexpected. That way you can spend less time worrying about why I'm here and more time asking life's real questions. Right, what kind of questions are you referring to? Well, that's the thing. It's different for everyone. Why do trees grow from stumps substantially faster than from seeds? Where do meteorites come from? Why do we have to hold our arms out to teleport successfully? I don't know. What are the answers? I don't know either. So you're now cared to work out how trees grow? No, silly. I came here to buy something. Something. That's right, something. Tell me, what do you know of the Abyss? The Abyss? I know all about the Abyss. Really, it's quite unusual for an adventurer like yourself to have knowledge in that area. Well, I recently helped a Zamarakian wizard gain access to the Rune Essence Mine. In return, they gave me access to the Abyss. Zamarakian wizards? You do realize that the ZMI are the enemies of the Order of Wizards, right? Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. Oh, don't worry about it. The Order of Wizards may be a Saradominus group, but I've never personally had much time for gods. I prefer knowledge to religion. Still, it's maybe best you don't tell anyone else. I can't imagine my fellow wizards would be happy to know that you gave away details on their secret mine. Enough about them, though. You just shared quite the revelation with me. Is it really true that the ZMI have found a way to access the abyss? That's right. Well, in that case, I think you might be the perfect person to aid me in a little task. What kind of task? Well, I can't go telling you that until you agree, can I? Wouldn't want you sharing my secrets. You're not giving me much to go on here. There will be quite the reward for you at the end. Start Temple of the Eye? Hell yeah. Alright, what do you need from me? You'll help? Great. Well, first, a question for you. You say the ZMI have gained access to the Abyss. By any chance, are they using it to gain quick access to the runic altars for runecrafting purposes? Yes, but how did you... I knew it. I've been wondering for some time how they've been creating so many runes. I'd never considered that they somehow gained access to the Abyss. But I now realize it was the obvious explanation. So is that what you're after? You want access to the Abyss as well? Well, yes, but actually no. Seems we've jumped a bit ahead. Let's go back to why I'm here. There's something you bought. There's something I bought. Here, take a look. Preston shows you an amulet. A foolish archaeologist by the name of Asgarnius Smith recently found this washed up near the ruins of Uzer. Despite his apparent archaeological credentials, he dismissed it as junk. Luckily, I was able to buy it from him before he disposed of it. Can you believe he thought that 100 coins I paid for was too much? If only he knew the true value of something like this. Why is it so valuable? You see that eye on it? That is the symbol of both the Order of Wizards and our home, the Wizard's Tower. Thing is, that's only the start. From what I can tell, this amulet is thousands of years old, but our order was only formed at the dawn of the Fifth Age. That wasn't even 200 years ago. But how... Hang on, I'm not done yet. I also inspected the amulet for magical energies and found something fascinating. I recognized two distinct magical signatures. The first is the same magic I found in Rune Essence. That's already pretty exciting. But it's the second that will blow your mind. What was it? I'm getting to that. My, you do like interrupting, don't you? Don't worry, I understand. I get quite excited about these things as well. Anyway, here's the big reveal for you. The second signature was energy from the Abyss. So you have an amulet with the symbol of your order on it, but it predates your order by thousands of years. It also turned up miles from where your order is based, and it is filled with energy from a dimension that until recently, no one had even been to. Now you see why this is so exciting. So what do you need from me? I need to find out where this amulet came from. It should be possible to trace it using the abyssal energy it still contains. This is where you ask, what's the catch? What's the catch? I'm glad you asked. Unfortunately, the spell needed to trace the amulet will only work properly from inside the abyss. Oh, I see where this is going. You don't have access to the abyss, but I do. Precisely. While I don't care about the religious squabble between ZMI and my order, I still can't see them wanting to work with me anytime soon. So I need to take this amulet to the abyss and work out where it came from. Correct. I imagine you'll need the help of your ZMI friends. Just maybe don't tell them who gave it to you. I'll visit the Major Zamrak and Varrock. He should be able to help me. Return to me once you are done. Oh, and don't forget the amulet. Nice. To Varrock we go. Temple of the Eye, baby. I feel like this actually works out in our favor too, because this will give us access to the Temple of the Eye minigame, or whatever it's called. The Guardians of the Rift. The Guardians of the Rift minigame, so that we could start actually working on rune crafting and get some more runes and all that other fun jazz. Ah, you again. What do you want? I need your help with an amulet. An amulet? What amulet? You show the amulet to the Mage of Zamrak. That eye on it, that is the symbol of the Order of Wizards. What's all this about? The amulet is giving off abyssal energy. I was hoping you could help me work out where it came from. Why should I? Well, I did help you gain access to the Rune Essence mine. And we gave you knowledge on the Abyss in return. We owe you no further favors. Are you not even slightly curious about how an amulet with the symbol of the Order of Wizards on it is giving off abyssal energy? After all, they don't have access to the Abyss. I hope you're not about to tell me that you shared our secrets with the Seradominists. Of course not. Then where did you get the amulet? I bought it from an archaeologist. That's something off about all of this. Show it to me again. Oh snap. Dang, I just held spacebar and skipped a bunch of stuff there. So you'll help me. Very well, but first you must do something for me. Bring me a bucket of water and a strong cup of tea. Strong cup of tea? That's right, the tea seller just northeast of here can give you one. He owes me, in fact, so just tell him Herbert sent you. Wait, your name is Herbert? Is that a problem? I guess not. I just never had you down as a Herbert. It's funny. I'll be back soon. Alright, let's go. Had the character shocked, boy. She was like, wait, what? Name's Herbert? Greetings. Are you in need of refreshment? Can I have a strong cup of tea? Strong cup of tea? What do you mean? Herbert sent me for one. Ah, well, why didn't you say so? Between you and me, Herbert's strong cup of tea are actually just my regular cup of tea, but if it makes him happy. The tea seller hands you a strong cup of tea. Hope Herbert enjoys it. Damn. So it's just a strong cup of tea. Cup of tea that supposedly hits differently. But it doesn't. Just funny. Talk to the mage. You again. What do you want? Could you help me with that amulet now? Do you have a bucket of water and a strong cup of tea? Here you go. The Mage of Zamrak takes a strong cup of tea from you and immediately drinks it. Nothing like a nice cup of tea. Right, a deal is a deal, but the spell to determine the origin of that amulet will only work from the abyss, so you'll need to have the initiate there perform it on you. Meet me in the wilderness when you're ready to be teleported there. Can you just teleport me from here? From the middle of Varrock? What if someone is watching? If someone was watching, they'd know you have a secret chaos temple here in Varrock. I'd reckon you're pretty safe. Fine, but don't expect me to make a habit of this. I will offer you a single teleport from here directly to the initiate in the abyss. Make sure you are definitely ready. Hang on. What was the bucket of water for? That. While time passes slower in the abyss, the initiate maintaining the rift has still been there for quite a while. He needs a good bath. So you just want me to throw it over him? Exactly. Now, are you ready to be teleported? Don't forget this. It's a one-time offer. In the future, you'll need to meet me in the wilderness to access the abyss. Yeah, let's go. An initiate. Talk to the dark mage. Hello there. Quiet. You must not break my concentration. I need your help with an amulet. The amulet. Oh, hang on. Someone is trying to contact me. The dark mage suddenly starts talking to someone else. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Fine. A simple transfiguration spell should resolve things for you. Now can you leave me alone? I can't keep affording these distractions. The dark mage turns back to you. What did you want? Something about an amulet? Yes, but first... You throw the bucket of water over the dark mage. What in the actual... Sorry, but Herbert said you needed a wash. Are you serious? What if I lost concentration and let this rift collapse? Do you like having a brain that isn't made of mush? Because mush is all that would have been left. I like my brain how it is, thanks. Now could you help me? Why should I? I'm soaked thanks to you. Herbert said you would. Of course he did. Alright then, what do you want? This amulet is giving off abyssal energy. I need you to cast a spell to tell me where it came from. Let's have a look then. You show the amulet to the dark mage. Right, just give me a moment. Dark mage casts a spell on the amulet. Okay, the spell will allow me to triangulate the origin of the amulet. To make things easier, I'm using this rift to compare energy from that origin with energy from the runic altars. Of course, thanks to the ways time and space work in this place, the information won't necessarily come in the right order. Meaning I'll need you to help, you fool. See that energy that just emerged from the rift? Work out which order it goes in. Right. And through trial and error. Let's do this. This one. That one. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Bam. 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 Worked out which order the energy goes in. Yes, I can see that. Now hang on. The Dark Mage pauses for a moment, as if lost in thought. He then hastily pulls out a scroll and scribbles something on it. I've noted the details on the scroll. A competent enough wizard should be able to use it to cast a teleportation spell to take you right there. Can't you tell me anything about that place? With all the time I spent here, I'd like to consider myself an expert on the Abyss, but there's something very strange about the place this amulet came from. Strange how? Well, if I knew that, it wouldn't be strange, would it? Now, if you're done bothering me, I need to stay focused on this rift. The Dark Mage hands you an incantation. An abyssal teleportation incantation. Talk to the wizard, Purston at the east of Alcarid Gate. Back to Lumbridge we go. Gonna change me. Hello again. Any luck with that amulet? Yes, I have an incantation that could lead us to wherever it came from. Brilliant. Let's have a look. You show the incantation to Purston, and she quickly makes a copy for herself. Oh, fascinating. But that would mean what? Shh, I'm thinking. Yes, 2. No, 3 more. Silly me. Counted myself, didn't I? Well, it should be fine. I can't see them saying no. After all, it's their symbol as well. What are you on about? Oh yes, you're here. Brilliant. You'll be pleased to know that I've worked out what we must do next, and that is... Patience, young adventurer. Before we get to that, let me share with you my theory on where this amulet came from. While you were gone, I was thinking about why the amulet would have magical energy from both Rune Essence and the Abyss. All of a sudden, it hit me. Ouch. Quite the opposite. The source of this amulet must be an ancient teleportation matrix to the runic altars, just like the one ZMI have in the Abyss. This is good news. In case you were wondering, access to a teleportation matrix like that will be life-changing when it comes to my work. Of course, the rest of my order will be very happy as well. It'll completely remove the advantage the ZMI currently have. Now there's a balance that Guthix himself would love. Of course, the rest of my order will be very happy as well. It'll completely remove the advantage, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But this talk of the ZMI has reminded me of something. Could I have that amulet back? Here you go. Give the amulet back to Purston. Now give me a moment. Purston casts a spell on the amulet. Ah, yes. That's not surprising. What is it? Your ZMI friends cast a transmission spell on the amulet. Had we taken it with us, it would have transmitted all sorts of information back to them about the origin. It's not a problem. I suspected they might do something like this. The good news is that this means they have no intention of using that incantation themselves. Again, as expected. They prefer to lurk in the shadows. To be honest, I totally understand. I've been known to do the same from time to time. Anyway, I modified their spell to send false information to them. They'll be none the wiser. I thought you didn't care about religion. Why don't you want the ZMI getting that information? Oh, my friend, you misunderstand. I have no issues with the ZMI having the information, but I don't want them getting it before I've even had a chance to determine what it is. I see. So what now? Yes, back to business. The incantation is quite complex, so we will need the help of 3 other wizards to perform it. I'm afraid I'm not including you in that, although you are very talented. Thanks, I think. So where do we get these other wizards? From the Wizard's Tower, of course. My fellow wizards won't be able to resist getting their hands on a teleportation matrix, especially one that may be connected to the history of our order. Now, you head to the Wizard's Tower and show that incantation to Sedrador. I have a couple of things I need to prepare first, but I will join you there soon. And whatever you do, don't mention the ZMI while you're there. Alright, see you soon. If you want, I can teleport you to the Wizard's Tower. Consider it a one-time gift. Heck yeah, let's go, baby. I gotta walk over there is all I'm hearing. Hello there. Hello again, Pycaon. What can I do for you? I need your help with an incantation. An incantation? What incantation? A teleport that could possibly take us to an ancient teleportation matrix. Preston reckons you might be able to use it to gain easier access to the runic altars. Wait, Preston sent you? That's right. Oh, I should also mention that the teleportation matrix seems to have some connection to your order, despite it predating it by thousands of years. So Preston disappears for all this time, and then shows up again with knowledge on an ancient teleportation matrix. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. It's probably not the strangest thing she's done. Anyway, what do you need my help with exactly? Preston needs 3 other wizards to be able to perform the incantation. Can I see it? Sure. Give the incantation to Cedrador. This scroll is very interesting. Did you get it from a Zamorakian wizard, perhaps? Don't lie to me, Pycaon. Well, since you asked, it's clear from your response that my suspicions are correct. This incantation is written on very thin flesh rather than parchment, a horrific practice only used by Zamorakians. Need I remind you that it was the Zamorakians who burnt down the first Wizard's Tower? Pycaon, I'm going to be frank with you. Preston hasn't been seen here for almost a year. My last meeting with her was to discuss changing her line of study due to her lack of results. She was given 1 more year to produce something of note. Now, with time almost up, she sends you here with Zamorakian incantations and odd claims about an ancient teleportation matrix. But what if it's true that teleportation matrix could change everything? Okay, I admit we went to some Zamorakians for help with the incantation, but they had no other involvement. Preston has even made sure they won't get anything beneficial out of this. You have been a great help to us in the past. For that, I will consider it. First, though, I will do a thorough arcane analysis of this incantation to determine if it is safe to cast. Now, as for your 3 wizards, I can't be wasting others' time with this sort of thing, especially when I haven't even agreed to allow it yet. However, Trailborn has 3 new apprentices who could help. This might be a good learning opportunity for them. Speak to him while I inspect the incantation. Alright, okay. Go out of here. Hello, young thingamawat. I need your apprentices to help with an incantation. Right now, but we're having a party. A party? Party? What party? You said you were having a party. Well, I suppose it is a party of sorts. A study party. Would you like to join in? Looks like you could use one. I'll pass. Anyway, Cedrador said your apprentices could help me with an incantation. What kind of incantation? One that could lead us to an ancient teleportation matrix. Teleportation matrix doesn't sound like the most comfortable place for a party. I bet it's full of thingamawats as well. I'm not suggesting we move the party there. I'm suggesting that we cancel the party and discover the secrets of this teleportation matrix instead. Cancel the party? You're certainly a party pooper. Alright, how about instead of canceling the party, we finish it with a bang? What's currently on the agenda? Finish it with a bang. Cedrador won't be happy if we burn the place down again, will he? Still, I like it. I've currently tasked each of the apprentices with solving a problem. If they all solve it, we can celebrate together. Sounds good. So what's the problem? Problem? There's no problem. Everything is fine here. We're having a party. I mean, what's the problem they have to solve? Oh, it's trivial. They just have to figure out what a thingamawhat is. A what? Precisely. Right, I'll speak to the apprentices. Perhaps together we can figure this out. Good luck. So if it's 6 and this is 8, then we multiply. No, divide. No, that's not it either. Sounds like you're trying to solve a puzzle. Perhaps I could help? Oh, hey there. Yes, I'm trying to solve a puzzle set by the world-renowned Trailborn himself. It truly is an honor to have someone like him take the time to teach an up-and-coming wizard such as myself. What do you think? Why do you think so highly of him? So many reasons, but the biggest one is that amongst all the wizards, he's the foremost expert in extraplanar magic. Why else do you think he has the smallest room in the tower? Because he doesn't need the space. He can just open up a portal and create more. I see. And is this branch of magic you want to specialize in? Blah, blah, blah. Absolutely, that's why I'm here. I need to solve this puzzle to prove I'm ready to learn all that he has to teach. It's not too different for the reason I'm here. I'm currently helping a wizard called Person, and she seems to be quite knowledgeable on different planes. Tasked me with recruiting some wizards to help her uncover a teleportation matrix. Would you like to join us? You've met Person. She studied directly under Trailborn for multiple years. I'd love to meet her, but she's hard to track down. Could you introduce us? Sure, I can do that. We need to solve this puzzle first, though. Trailborn won't let you three leave until you do. Perhaps I could help you solve it. I'm not sure. I wouldn't want Trailborn to think poorly of me if I cheated and asked for help. But I do want to work with Person. Okay, I'll show you the puzzle. Water is 6, mind is 8. What is less than 2 body and more than 2 earth. What is the what? Air and earth. What about water and fire? Is this an elemental problem or are they completely irrelevant? What happens to be the problem? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Don't worry. What were you muttering about with air and earth? Is it related to the puzzle Trailborn gave you all? Excuse me. Yes, I can't wrap my head around it. Feels like there are too many unknown variables. Besides, how does all this relate to a thingamawhat in the first place, whatever that actually is? Perhaps it's a Slayer creature or a person. Is this a logical puzzle, a riddle, or a mathematical problem? I see. Perhaps I could take a look and help you out. Sounds like cheating, but I really do want to be Cordelia. She's always one step ahead of me, so it would be nice to finally win for a change. Well, I'm actually here to recruit 3 of you to help uncover no teleportation matrix. The only issue is that Trailborn won't let you leave until the puzzle is solved. Did you say a teleportation matrix? Teleportation magic is my specialty. I'd love to help. Well, I'd be glad to have you along. So will you show me the puzzle? Sure. Just please don't tell the others you helped me. So basically all of this is just a bunch of math. What? Trailborn says you're trying to solve a puzzle. Maybe I could help. What do you think? Basically this whole spiel again. I'm trying to help you. The wizard person needs your help, but you guys are trying to solve this puzzle and you don't know what it is. Alright, so I think I know what a thingamawhat is. Oh, do tell. What is a thingamawhat? Thingamawhat is 11. Well done, that's correct. See, it's easier when you put aside what's best for you and instead focus on what's best for the team. Congratulations, you all passed. But you said that only the first one to solve it would pass. Oh, did I? I forgot. Either way, hope you've all learned a valuable lesson in teamwork. You have this adventurer here to thank for that. Wait, but we all had different puzzles written down. Of course, we need to combine our puzzles to solve it. Wow, that's genius. What a great way to teach us all teamwork. Now finish with a bang, did you say? Hey. Nice. What was that for? Well, it was your idea after all. Now why don't you go tell Sedgeador that my apprentices are free to help? Sure, why not? Sedgeador. Why is she yellow? I feel like she's the only one whose skin tone is like yellow. Like, what's wrong with her? Hello again. Ready to uncover a magical secret that could change the world forever? Slow down, person. I'm still inspecting this amulet of yours. You're inspecting the amulet now? Does that mean the incantation is safe? That's right. The amulet is as well. Of course, but Sedgeador here likes to be careful. Not all of us here are so carefree when it comes to the rules of our order, person. I mean, really, Samarakian incantations? Be glad I even let you back into the tower. The unfortunate price of progress, said your door. I think I can think of a few other unfortunate things. Anyway, the amulet seems to be safe. As much as I hate to admit it, your assessment seems to be correct. So we can go ahead. Yes, I'm still not happy about this, but we can't throw away this chance. I assume Trailborn apprentices are ready. That's right. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's do this. Pycaon, are you ready? Let's go. Everyone ready? We won't let you down, Preston. Alright, with me. It worked. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go in. Go in. You three aren't going through that portal. We have no idea what's on the other side. I've given Preston and Pycon permission to go through. Until we know it's safe, no one else may enter. You can't be serious. Please let us help. We all worked so hard for an opportunity like this. And we have Preston to look after us. No, you are only apprentices. You were here to help with the incantation, and you've done that now. You should go back to your studies. Come now, said your door. The young thingamawhats have proven themselves to be more than capable. Let them have their party. It's going to be quite something. You really should let them help. Quiet, Preston. Let it be known that I consider this a bad idea. That said, they are your apprentices, Trailborn. If they have your permission, I won't stop them. All right, ready to make history? Let's go. I like how my other stuff are still like floating up on screen here. Well, this is unexpected. Where are we? Are we underwater? Guardians of the Rift. Let me cast a locator spell. Seems we're deep below the sea, just south of Mauritania. Fascinating. Come, let's look around. Temple of the Eye, baby. Look how awesome this place looks with the HD plugin on. Look how you can see like the little reflection, the water reflections on the floor and stuff like that. Like, look how cool this place is. This place is awesome. That's an interesting statue. See the plaque on it. It reads, Alia Justiciar of the Lion and Guardian of the Temple of the Eye. Temple of the Eye. That must be where we are right now. I've read about the Justiciars before in a book back at the Wizard's Tower. What did the book say? They were powerful warriors in service to Saradomin himself, back when the gods still walked among us. This temple must be ancient. Imagine if Saradomin himself once stood here. Excited. Looking apprentice. What are you looking at? Look, rune guardians like the ones at the mage training arena. If this was once a teleportation matrix, these rune guardians might have helped the wizards that used it. Anything different about them? Well, despite their age, they're actually of a remarkably similar design to the ones used by modern wizards. Isn't that amazing? Eight, 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 eight. Found anything interesting? There's something strange about this big hole here. It's giving out the tiniest amount of magical energy. I can't work out what it is though. You know those plants look similar to the stuff I've seen in the... Quiet. I'm more than capable of working this out. Maybe you should go help the others instead. Yeah, okay. Can I like walk up to this thing? No, it's as far as we can go actually. Imagine if I walked up to this thing and it like sent me into like deep wilderness or something like that. Man, I'd be so upset. Hey. Hello? Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. I was lost in thought. What were you thinking about? Hmm? Oh, I was looking at these markings here. They're very interesting. They seem to be radiating a magical energy I've never encountered before. Take a closer look. Maybe you'll feel the energy as well. You look at the markings. Oh no, another cutscene. What? But they don't know. First mysterious voice. Saradomin be with you. And with you, Zachariah. So it's really true. Indeed it is, Aliyah. And he has given us the task of protecting it. What would he have me do? You must build a sanctuary for the Eye. The forces of chaos already seek to reobtain it, as do countless others. I will keep it safe no matter the cost. And you? Zamorak has tasked his collector with finding the Eye. I will hunt him down before he does, along with any others who would try to claim it. Then I wish you luck, brother. There is one last thing, Aliyah. You must keep the Eye secret from all others, even our own. The fewer people that know the truth, the better. On my honor as a justiciar, it will be done. Good. Saradomin be with you, sister. What the? Pycaon? Jazz. What did you say? I don't know. Did you just say jazz? I can't remember. Well, I looked at the marks on the floor. I had this vision, but it's all unclear. Curious. Well, time to see what the others have found. Right. What have we discovered? The large hole behind you is radiating a strange energy. I'm still trying to work out what it is. Need a hand with that? No, I can work it out. You sure can. What else do we have? There's some old rune guardians here with eye symbols on them. So this place was definitely used by wizards at one point. Amazing. Not just any wizards, Saradominus wizards. There's some statues of an old Saradominus justiciar called Aliyah. Or Alia, however you say it. Remarkable. The justiciars haven't been around for thousands of years. That confirms my suspicions about the age of this place. That's not all I found. Apparently this place was once called the Temple of the Eye. The Eye? What's the Eye? I remember reading about something called the Eye back at the Wizard's Tower. I only came across mention of it once, but apparently it was a powerful artifact made by Saradomin himself. Sorry, made by Saradomin, you say? That's what the book said. Why? Oh, just checking. I get all caught up in the moment and mishear things sometimes. This Eye, did the book say what it looked like? It didn't. It didn't actually have any other information on it. I tried to learn more from other books, but found nothing. Anything else was probably lost when the first Wizard's Tower burnt down. Of course, I've worked out what the energy from that hole is. It's abyssal energy. Yes. Brilliant. Person? Ah, sorry. Lost in thought again. It was for a good reason, though. I think I've just about worked it all out. Amazing as always, Person. We're so lucky to be able to work with you. Thank you. So, I reckon my theory that this is an old teleportation matrix was spot on. The wizards here must have used the power from the abyss to create portals to the runic altars. Then, with the power from this Eye and support from their rune guardians, they'd have been able to create runes at lightning speed. The Eye must have had a huge impact on their work. They named the temple after it and fashioned a symbol based on it. And we're still using that symbol today. We just never knew why until now. Should we report back to Sedrador? In a moment. Going to cast a simple revealing spell first, just in case there's something hidden. What's happening? Don't worry, I'm sure everything is fine. Let me handle this. Huh? No, that's a problem. No! Bursting. Dang. It's the Kia boys. You don't belong in this temple, accursed filth. Dang, okay. And so the rift to Oh, I just realized this person that I thought was a dude this whole time is a chick. It's a female. I thought that was a dude. That's crazy. And so the rift to the scar is open once more. Humans, fight with us. Let us hold back the abyss. What are we gonna actually do, like a little mini Temple of the Eye? I haven't done this quest in so long, but the mini game I've done plenty of times. What do we do now? What if more of those creatures come through that rift? Well, don't think. Yeah, Cordelia, that's crazy. I thought this was a dude. But don't think I'll be stopping them all again. I may be powerful, but that spell took a lot out of me. Humans, use the cells. Protect me while I close the rift. Cells. Tomorrow, Pycaon, I think I found something over here. On my way. Complete the Guardians of the Rift tutorial. What have you found? Well, I can't say for sure, but I think the containers on this table contain small amounts of runic energy. Right, I'll take one too tomorrow. Just make sure you don't take more than one. I tried to do that already and the energy within them exploded. Alright, thanks for the warning. You can make me come alive. Passion for you. Overdrive. I can stand it to the ceiling. This is what Felix found. This must be one of the cells we need. Try placing it on the tile next to me. Right. It worked. This barrier should protect us against those creatures. And just in time, too. Here come some more of them. What do we do now? I'm not sure. The barrier won't hold out for long. Humans, we need more support. Restore my brethren. Place cells within the imbued rocks, and they will do the rest. Imbued rocks? What does that mean? I'll see if Felix can help. Be careful. It's destroying it. Guardian. What makes them so great? The beard, the sheer size, or the dashing personality? That's funny. Felix, we need to place cells in some imbued rocks. Any idea what that means? I think the essence piles here are actually remains of old guardians. They seem to contain elemental and catalytic energies. Perhaps you could try infusing each one of them with a cell. Good idea. You'll probably need a chisel to shape the essence first. Looks like there's one on the floor here. Right. Get to work. Take weak cell. Assemble guardian. Yeah, get out of there, bro. It worked. Looks like it's following the elemental symbols on the ground. Try creating another one using the other essence file. Amazing. Looks like this one's following the catalytic symbols. The Guardian should be strong enough to fend off those creatures. Head back to tomorrow and see what else needs to be done. You made some rune guardians, and they seem to be holding back those creatures. Humans, I lack the power needed to close the rift. I require runic energy. What do we need? More cells? I don't think they'll work for this. We'll need something else. Of course, we can use the rune guardians. See all of the fallen guardians around here. They have been powered using runic energy. If you were to obtain some fragments from them, you might be able to make something to capture the runic energy needed. So mine the fallen guardians. Exactly. Hopefully you can find a pickaxe somewhere. Once you have a few fragments, go and speak to Felix. I'm sure he'll be able to help you use them. I think I have enough fragments. I should speak to Felix about what to do with them. We need to power up this big guardian somehow, but I need a way to capture runic energy. Tamara said you might be able to help. I reckon this old workbench here might have been used for just that. There's still plenty of pure essence on it for you to use, but that might not be enough. I have some fragments from the fallen guardians. What if I combine the pure essence with them? Yes, that would be perfect. I'll give it a go. Alright, back to tomorrow. You think this will work? Perfect. Now we just need to capture some runic energy from it. How? I shall now use the power from the abyss to open a portal to the runic altar of mind. Well, I guess that's your answer. Head to the mind altar and craft some runes. That essence you have should capture some of the runic energy released. Take an uncharged cell with you as well. Why? I have a theory to test it. Fair enough, I'll be back soon. Alright, grab another weak cell. And then we're gonna go into the mind. Guardian of the mind. No. Uncharged cell. Gonna go in here. Shwoo. He also got us to level 11 rune crafting, so that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Show the guardian stones to tomorrow. Look, this is what happened when I took the essence to the mine altar. Great, that's exactly what I was hoping for. What about the cell? You show the cell to tomorrow. Seem to capture energy from the altar as well. I had a feeling it would. It's all coming together. What do we do now? First, you should use the new cell to replace the one powering the barrier here. I don't think the current one will last much longer. And then use those stones to power up this big guardian. I'll get right on it. Give this to homie. Humans, the stones have fueled me, but more are needed. Dang, that got me 3 more rune crafting levels? That's crazy. The guardian still needs more energy. I guess we need to repeat the process again. I shall now use the power of the abyss to open a portal to the runic altar of water. Looks like the portal to the mine altar has closed. I guess the guardian only keeps them open for so long. You'll need to use the new portal instead. Make sure you take another uncharged cell with you. Alright, let's get like 5 more of these. I think that's enough fragments for now. Come over here and do this. Uncharged cell. Into the water altar we go. Need to turn off these effects too. I always turn off the effects from like most of these mini games. Humans, the stones have fueled me, but more are needed. How much more do you need? And dang, we are leveling up. Runecrafting is going up during this. Show the cell and talisman to tomorrow. Something odd happened at the water altar. The energy in this cell seems different to before. The essence also formed this strange talisman. Oh, fascinating. I guess it makes sense that the stronger the runic energy, the more powerful the cell will be. After all, water is more powerful than air or mind. Try making another rune guardian using that cell. In the meantime, I'll see if I can work out what the talisman does. Alright, so we have a medium cell. We're going to use this on the guardian. That's going to make an even bigger guardian. Didn't even think I was going to be doing Temple of the Eye today, to be honest. Look at that. I don't know what you did, but that guardian is much stronger than the ones you made before. Yeah, he's got swagger. He's about to come over here and one-shot all these guys. The cell made a more powerful rune guardian. Great, we're almost there. I think we just need to power up this guardian one more time for it to be able to close that rift. I must conserve my power. The portal to the runic altar of water has closed. But we need that portal. Don't worry, I think that there's another way. I reckon that talisman you gave me can be used to return to the water altar without the portal being open. Hand you a talisman. Just present that talisman to the statue where the portal to the water was. Make sure you take more essence and another cell with you. Alright, we should be coming up to the end of this quest. I would say pretty soon. Want to say once we close the portal, we're gonna basically recap like everything that's happened, and then I believe that's the end of Temple of the Eye. And again, I didn't actually plan on, basically doing the prereqs for Guardians of the Rift, but I mean, hey, here we are. A great unlock for the hardcore. I have another cell. Do you want me to power up the barrier again? That's right. If my theory is correct, it should produce an even stronger barrier. Look, the barrier changed. Just as I thought, we can create better barriers by using stronger cells. Now let's charge the Guardian with those stones you created and close that rift. Yeah, give it to him. Humans, I now have the power to close the rift. Brace yourselves. Nice. We are safe for now. What was all that? What happened? That was a rift into an area of the abyss known as the Scar. The Scar, but I thought that was meant to be a teleportation matrix. You are mistaken. While it is true that teleportation magic is strong here, that is only a side effect of this temple's history. What history? This temple was built to house a powerful artifact. Many sought to claim this artifact for themselves, including servants of the fallen empire. In their attempt to claim the artifact, they used magic they did not understand. The rift to the Scar was created as a result. This artifact, you mean the eye? You are correct. The eye was removed after the battle, but not before the Justiciar of the Lion used it to seal the rift once more. She then created us, the Guardians of the Rift, to protect this place in the event the rift was ever reopened. And we reopened it. But it's been sealed again now. The danger is gone. Incorrect. Without the power of the eye, we have no way to seal the rift permanently. It will soon reopen once more. You should leave before that happens. No, this was our mistake. I'm staying to help fix it. Me too. Well, if you two are staying, I guess I am as well. Your support will be invaluable. Pycaon, could you go back to the Wizard's Tower and let Cedrador know what happened here? Alright, if you're absolutely sure about this. What about Purston? We have to help her. No part of the abyss is more dangerous than the Scar. Your friend will have already been consumed. Dang, that's sad. Now the power of the abyss grows. The rift will reopen once more. Those of you staying should prepare yourselves. And I guess I better get going and see Cedrador. Good luck. Cedrador, it all went wrong. What do you mean? Was there no teleportation matrix? Kind of, but not really. The portal took us to the Temple of the Eye, an ancient Saradominus temple built to house a powerful artifact. Long ago, a rift to the abyss was created in the temple, but it was sealed. At least it was until a person accidentally opened it again. She was sucked into the abyss, and all these abyssal creatures came out. Abyssal creatures, we have to get in there and stop this. It's okay again for now. Some rune guardians called the Guardians of the Rift were built to protect the temple from the abyss. They helped us close the rift again, but they say it will soon reopen. This is a disaster. I knew that teleportation matrix was too good to be true. I should have stopped this, but I was blinded by my own desires for that matrix. What of Trailborn's apprentices? They're safe. They chose to stay and help the Guardians of the Rift keep the rift closed. Then I will ensure they have all they need. I will also begin researching this rift at once. Maybe we can still find a way to close it permanently. In the meantime, I suggest that you do what you can to help them as well. After all, this is partially your doing. I know. I'll help wherever I'm needed. Thank you, Pycaon. I appreciate that you did not mean for things to go this way. You should have this. It belonged to Purston. I don't want to think about where she got it. Cedrador shows you a pouch. You think she's still alive? Sadly, that seems unlikely. Still, if anyone can survive the abyss, it's her. Now, we'd better get going. Alright, and with that being said, you have completed Temple of the Eye. You are awarded 1 quest point, Temple of the Eye access, 5,000 runecrafting XP, a medium pouch. Total quest points now sitting at 117. Gets us all the way up to, like I said, runecrafting level 27. So a nice little jump in levels. And we also have access to Temple of the Rift, or Guardians of the Rift. I don't know why I said Temple of the Rift. But we really only did all of this just so that we could complete this easy clue step. So we're gonna go all the way back to Falador real quick. Alright, yeah, nice little jump in what you call it? Rune crafting levels, because we started off at level 9, so we went from 9 all the way up to 27. We went from like 1,400 and something total level all the way to 1,428, which is pretty good. We also got a medium rune pouch, which is also pretty nice. I hit fill. You don't know. Yeah, just deposit. So yeah, let's put all this other stuff back. Let's grab our. We're gonna grab our mind rune. We're going to grab a silver. We only got one silver bar. We're gonna grab that tiara mold. I want to say that's everything that we need to make the tiara, right? I wish you were. Let's see, we've got all of our teleportation stuff. We need a spade, strange device, because that's usually what we need like all the time. And then our clues. Alright, you're gonna read this clue again. Read that clue again, and then we need a hammer, we need a saw, we need 2 planks, we need 10 steel nails, and we've got the mine tiara and all this other stuff here. So let's go. Probably gonna end up having to see if I can get another mine tiara from one of these guards at some point, just to have in the bank. That'd be nice. Ooh, solve a maze? Why not? Sure. Sure, my gay. Before you can. Before you go, how am I supposed to get in here? This maze was stupid. This was a stupid maze. Usually I complete these mazes with at least like more than 70%. This time I wasn't even able to get freaking 65. Sucks. This was a sucky maze. I got coal, feather, and chaos runes. I mean, I'll still take that. That's not bad. And some bronze arrows. Some bronze arrows. What am I coming over here for again? Body. Oh, I passed by that furnace. I'm stupid. I was supposed to make the TR already. That's why I went to that furnace in Falador. And I freaking walked away from it. It's okay. There's another one up here. There is another one up here. There's another one up her. Alright, a tiara. Yeah, we just want to make one tiara. Don't need that, don't need these. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Let me face my fears. Space, this is what I use. A mile, could you walk in my... Alright, pink skirt. Let's see. I know we can get some of those pink items from this lady. Pink skirt. Pink robe top. Where do we get that from? Pink robe top. Pink robe top. Oh yeah, from the Trinome Stronghold place. We can still get it from over there. That's actually pretty nice. We're gonna close that. I don't need that open. Alright, let's keep on going. Nice. Alright, travel with the spirit tree. Let's go. Hey, it was over. I still think about you. It was over. I still think about you when I'm feeling. I still think about you. That I could turn back time. I can turn back time. Time. I wish that I could turn back time. Time. I wish that I could turn back time. I wish that I could turn back time. Why is the pink robe top and the pink bottoms two different shades of pink? Can I have your tea bag? What? Wish that I could turn back time. The clothes shop in Varrock. Let's do it. I wish that I could turn back time. Time. I wish that I could turn back time. I wish that I could turn back time. I was sober. Oh, it's in Falador. You know, part of me wants to let's see. Getting distracted for a second. Part of me is like, do I want to make my character darker than what she is? Do we want to make her slightly tan? She's tan. Do we want to make her very tan? Do we want to do that? Or do we want to leave her at tan? What about dark? What if we make her dark? Oof, dark is too much. Very tan. You can't dream nothing too far gone. I feel like the only thing I don't like when you make them darker in RuneScape is how pink their lips feel. Like I feel like I went with this skin tone for my character because it looks more natural with the lips. I feel like when you make her dark, you make her when you make her very tan, it's like the lips of the character is like it really stands out to me. That's why I'm like, ugh. Nah, I do want to make her very tan though. Let's go do it. Turn off this fashionscape. Getting sidetracked again, like always, like how we always do. Just friends, just friends. Waking our dream, nothing too far gone. Within the stars. It'll be just friends. You still look human. So was I not supposed to? Telling you, I just find it weird. I don't know. Cause this fun started off just a touch in the scene like it could be done horizontal beaches. Alright, let's do the rest of these clues. Stop getting sidetracked. Oh, got 2 caskets just like that. That was actually pretty quick. Not gonna lie. All right. Before I go and do my farm run, because honestly, it's pretty funny. We've been streaming for 2 hours already, and all I've done was Tithe Farm and Guardians of the or Temple of the Eye. Spent the majority of this quest doing the majority of the stream doing one quest. But we do have some items, right? And usually I always like to tell myself that I will open them up at the end of stream, but like I said, I feel like I'm not really going to be getting any more clue caskets. So let's just go ahead and open it now and see what we get. So let's start off with the 2 beginner caskets. Fan braces, Staff of Earth, nothing important. Second beginner, bronze arrows. Both of them trash. Complete garbage from those 2 caskets. Alright, now for the easy, we have 5. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we get something. Ooh, still plate body T. I mean, it's kind of cool, but not that interesting. Another master clue scroll from an easy clue scroll. That is crazy. What am I supposed to do with these 2? Bro, I can't do anything with that. At least not yet. Why am I getting these so early? More purple firelights, some purple sweets, some law runes. I'll take that, I guess. Hey, blue wizard hat gold. I'll also take that. Nothing from the last easy casket. And then our 1 medium, we get Bandos page 4. Everybody in the clan is probably gonna think I'm like freaking spamming. Look at this. All of this is all just me. Alright, so we're just gonna throw all of these in the bank. Blue wizard hat gold is actually pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit of a free to play flex, I guess. Especially for a hardcore to have, I guess. Alright, let's get ready to do hold you down. Let's do this farm run. Beaten. If there's a way to stop, then show me how. You're me your Alright, first we're gonna go and do our seaweed run. I don't believe the... Oh no! The tree in Falador and the gnome stronghold is dead. I didn't even notice that. Same thing with the apple thing. Dang, I had a lot of dead plants this time around. Using Ultra Compost, they have a 1 in 10 chance of getting diseased and dying. So that's crazy that I have 3 dead plants. The Fossil Island hardwood trees are not done yet, so we're gonna head over to Fossil Island still, though, to do our seaweed run. So let's head over there real quick. Let's do a little bit of a farm run. Alright, I also need to make a note. Today is the 11th, so I'll do 11. Finished Tithe Farm. Completed Temple of the Eye. Clue grow rewards. And I don't think we got anything else so far. I'm making a note in my on my phone, because what I started to do is I still take some of the footage from the live streams and I like to put them in the videos still, right? So like how we completed Temple of the Eye, or even how we um greenlogged Tithe Farm technically. I want to put those in the video. So I still want to make a note of what I got done in the live stream and possibly when I got it done, just to make the editing process a little bit, not even a little bit, significantly easier on me. Because instead of having to watch a 4-hour stream trying to figure out if I'm going to include any of this content in the video, I could refer back to these notes that I'm making and just be like, all right, I know that we got some clue scroll rewards. I know we completed Temple of the Eye. I know we greenlogged Tithe Farm. So I could just go back, specifically look for those things, and again, make the editing process significantly easier. Alright, but we are collecting our seaweed. Definitely is going to help with crafting. Seaweed run as often as you can. Damn, I wasn't able to grab it in time. Tragic. You wanna come to my place, my place. You wanna come to my place, my place. You wanna come to my. You wanna come over. You wanna come over. In one of my recent clips that I recorded, I was talking to a member of the clan, and I went to go collect one of these seaweed spores that was over here, and I mindlessly walked into this deep water area. And every single time when I click the boat on shore to dive underwater here, it always tells me that deep water will mean death. So when I absent-mindedly walked into the deep water, and my character started like the whole drowning animation, my heart dropped and my stomach dropped, because I was like, there's no way I just killed my hardcore like this. I'm like, there's absolutely no way I just died. And so to my surprise, my character ended up waking up right here, and it said something about how like I passed out and woke up like on the shore here. And for some reason I was just like, oh my god. I'm like, thank god this hardcore still alive, because that would have been probably the dumbest way I ever could have died and lost my status, right? That I would have been devastated. All right, for these trees, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 7 regular trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fruit trees. 7 regular trees. 7 regular trees and 5 fruit trees. For the regular trees, we need 7. 4 acorns, 3 willows. 4 acorn, 3 willow. And 5 fruit trees. 5 apples. 5 apples. Water these bad boys so they all grow at the same time. Alright, then we can put those back. We can grab some compost. And apples we will put down here. Spiritual questions. Where do I go in the afterlife? Where do I go in the afterlife? Where do I go in the afterlife? Where do I go? Where do I go? Alright, the only thing that I really hate about farming sometimes is that when I water these plants, sometimes it feels like they grow instantly, and sometimes these things legitimately feel like they take like 10 minutes to grow. And I know somebody mentioned to me at one point that the growth stage of plants, both like planted or like in a pot like this, are all on like a server timer. Like, see, I guess it just hit that worldwide server growth thing, and all the plants across the server grow. Some weird thing like that. And I was just like, I don't understand how that works, to be honest, but sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. Alright. Compost the ground. Plant the tree. To Falador we go. In the afterlife. Where do I go? Where do I go? Go. Go. Where do I go? Alright. Falador done. On to Taverley next. Taverley. Now we go to Taverley. Alright, go to Varrock. Go to Varrock. I want to start upgrading my equipment soon. I'm running into the same problem on this account that I ran into originally on my old account, and that's I have high combat stat, or I'm starting to have pretty high combat stats. You can see my strength is level 90, and I'm currently working on attack and defense, trying to get those into the 90s. Range and magic are still in the 60s, so I can't really say that they're super high level, but I still need to work on them as well. But I say that to say I need to start working on the skills themselves. Or I'm sorry. Again, I can't multitask. I'm trying to multitask. Trying to move and do this at the same time. My combat skills are getting pretty high, but my Slayer is still pretty low, and my equipment is kind of under-leveled, right? Because, like, I'm still basically using Rune and a Dragon's Scimitar along with maybe Void equipment. I'm still using Void equipment. So again, like there's so much better stuff that I could be using. Like I need to get Barrow's gloves. We still need to get the Natus Knot helmet. We need to upgrade our range and magic gear. Definitely want to start doing it soon. But I feel like I've mostly just been trying to focus on getting all of the skilling out of the way. Because although top 10 hardcore Ironman would be the goal, there's still a lot of things that we need to do or get out of the way first. Like obviously if I want to think about getting top 10 hardcore Ironman, I need to have all of my skills level 99, right? And that's not going to happen for a while. So I kind of want to focus on just like some smaller goals And one of the smaller goals that I'm trying to focus on is green logging Chambers of Xeric. I think if we are able to green log Chambers of Xeric, it would be a nice first, like, huge milestone to have for the account. And it will also set us up to do other content, other harder content, other endgame content to get even better gear, you know? So I'm really just trying to get like all of the skilling and stuff out of the way. So by the time we start focusing more on like PVM and fighting bosses to get drops and stuff like that, we won't have to constantly stop because we don't meet the level requirement for certain skills and all this other stuff, right? So yeah, I really just feel like I am trying to just knock out some other stuff first. All right, these 2 apples I'm gonna put down here with 2 compost of its own. I feel like I messed up somewhere. Arburnvale. Oh no. Oh, we're good. Are you over here trying to fight me, dude? Get away from me. Before I turn around and dust your ass. For some reason I was like, wait a minute, I feel like I have too much now we gotta go to Auburn Valley. Well, I'm actually going the right way. I swear I feel like I get lost over here all the time. No, I'm supposed to be way over here. Definitely not. Definitely did not go the right way initially. Until the night time. Until the white light. Night time. Now down the light. You put on a sundress to impress. We made love all night. Alright, continuing the farming run. Farming adventure to get more experience. Let's see. Clear this tree. Pay you. You take it down. We're gonna compost this bad boy up. Place this willow. Alright, and then we go south. We go south. Follow me. Follow me. You a ace. Place where we could be free. Follow me. Night grind. I'll change your mind. Under the white line. Change my mind. Under the white line. What's this over here? Why is there a tent and a bed? You know, every time I come to like different areas that I've never really spent much time in the game, I'm always curious. Like, what is this tent that's over here, all the way on this left-hand side? Part of me feels like that's probably going to be part of like a quest, maybe. Because usually that's how it is. When you see some like weird random thing, usually when you're doing a certain quest, you always gotta like come over here or something. Yeah, look at the little capybara. What a happy cappy. That's funny. Pitcher plant, perfect insect trap. Yeah. Plants that eat insects. It's crazy. Look at the little baby jaguar. The most ambitious cat in all of Varlamore. That what it says about the big ones too? Oh, yep. It sure does. What a happy cappy. That's funny. Alright. Next fruit tree is over here. Don't be true to yourself. Ooh. Yeah, drop that. Oh, you're not the one I'm looking for. You're the one I'm looking for. Dum, 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 dum. All right, compost that bad boy up and plant this apple tree. Really? Soon as I have this auto weed thing on, and yet the weeds still pop up. Like, how the heck? Ooh, do I not have the auto weed thing on? I remember buying it. And that was actually a thing. Let's see. Auto weed, OSRS. Auto weed is an interface seen in a thing before it is unlocked. The first version, auto weed is displayed. Interface. Unlocked interface. After it is unlocked, interface item is displayed as auto weed activated when active and auto weed deactivated when inactive, and can be freely toggled through the shop using the buy one option. So I don't think, okay, because that's what bothered me before. Let's go back over here real quick. We composted that up, right? Let's run over to Tithe Farm really quick. Because after Googling this, I think I just answered my own question. Because I purchased the auto weed, but after you purchase it, I think you have to manually activate it. Because I bought it, and then it said auto weed deactivated. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, do I have to purchase this again? You guys took the points from me. So let me see. Let's hop over there really quick. Cause there's no way. Yeah, watch me try to activate it and I end up purchasing it again. I'm gonna be so upset because I'm gonna have to sit there at Tithe Farm even longer. Where is this guy? See, like, look, if I go to rewards, it says deactivated. So if I press 1 to buy, oh, okay, yeah, now it's activated. Now it's actually active. Okay, all right. See, when enabled, blah blah blah. This doesn't remove. Auto weed is off. So I don't understand. Does activated mean it's on, or does activated mean it's off? After it is unlocked, the interface item displayed as auto weed activated when active, and auto weed deactivated when inactive. Auto weed is off. But when activated, it still says auto weed is off. Whatever, it's activated now. So those weeds should never grow back. All right, that's basically what we wanted. All right, we're not gonna try to make it any more complicated than that. All right, I see myself in your eyes. All right, let's do our herb run, and then we are essentially done. Then we can go and head over to Wintertod and do some of that for a little bit. All right, 2.5 hours. We're gonna try to hit maybe like the 4 hour mark at least. Maybe. Everything. I see myself in your. I see myself in your eyes. I see myself in your eyes. All right, Herb Run. And a couple of fruit trees left. Everything. See you in everything. See you in everything. See you in everything. You in everything. All right. I feel like the only thing that kind of sucks is that now that I started doing my farm runs too, um, I've been planting all of the low level stuff first, and I'm trying to work my way up. So it doesn't really feel like I'm getting much experience doing these farm runs because I'm only planting like guam seeds and oak saplings and really nothing of value, I would say. I don't really feel like I'm planting any like anything really important. Nothing that will give us a lot of experience, at least not right off the bat, right? We're basically working our way up. This is the end of us. I know. I need to continue to work on Herblore too, because having some stamina pots, at least for the farm runs too, I feel like would be really nice. I actually hate the fact that we have to like run everywhere and then we run out of run energy because we're not wearing the full graceful outfit, so then we end up having to walk. Sucks. I had to move on. This is the end of us. I know. Hey, look at that guy on his ship. That's pretty cool. That's nice. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me go to Artie. All right, all gold or purchased. Fuck me. Oof. Ugh, 15 mil. Jeez. Oof. I only had to buy like 73K so I could AFK. Yeah, it's crazy. This is the end of us. I know, I know, I know. Ain't got up in wires. I can't catch my breath. I run, I run, I run. E, 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 E. Looks like 15 seconds before we hit another ad break, which is fine. I feel like these ad interruptions aren't really interrupting much because all we're doing is farm runs and quests so far for this this stream. I run, I run, I run. Chaos, I can't catch my breath. Mm-mm, mm-mm, yes, man. Tangled up in wires, I can't catch my breath. I run, I run, I run. Catch my breath. Wires, I can't catch my breath. I run, I run, I run. I'm over here jamming to the music. I get I'm a mess, tangled up in wires, I can't catch my breath. I can't catch my breath. Alright. When the fading lights, hearts collide, shadows dance in the distance. Just ain't right, hold inside, will me find what I'm missing. Have no fear, hold your eyes, find paradise. My. Again, I say all the time, I probably sound weird on YouTube because I'm over here jamming and just singing along and there's no music on YouTube. So the viewers are probably just like, what are you even listening to? Why are you singing? You sound horrible. Shut up. At least that's what goes on in my head. Oh my. Between me and paradise. My paradise. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because the Hosidius patch never gets diseased, we are actually going to be planting. I feel like I should be planting other herbs in these patches. What's the highest herb that I could plant at the moment? Herbs. 68. Canadine. I can grow Snapdragon. Learn to be brave, see the other side. Won't you leave me there? Have no fear. Hold your eyes, find paradise. Paradise. Close your eyes, find. I don't have any Canadine seeds. So we just go down. If I don't have the Canadine seeds, we have Snapdragon. Snapdragon will plant over there because why not? Limpwort root and 6 of these sweet corns, which means I also need 3 more of these. Alright, let's go. The farm patches here in Hosidius are always guaranteed to grow, so at least we're We're going to put our highest tier seeds over here. I feel like that would be a little bit smarter to do. Right? At least I think. Sounds like a plan to me. If we know they're always going to grow, put the most important seeds over here. Snapdragon, we're gonna compost it. Put some Snapdragon in there, baby. Limpwort root. Compost. Plant that bad boy. Compost. Plant, baby. Alright, almost done with this farm run. Compost. Plant, baby. Go over here. It is just Mauritania, Varlamore. Then we head over to the farming guild. Man, my farm runs take me friggin' forever, bro. But as long as I am consistent with doing this and we start doing like higher tier stuff down the road, we are going to continue to benefit. Shouldn't take us too many days, I feel like, to get 99 farming, as long as we just stick to what we're doing now. It's all about the consistency. Gonna go to Zenaris. Going to Zenaris is always a little bit better here at this fairy ring because I feel like sometimes I don't have time to sit here and configure the fairy ring before these vampires pop up and start trying to suck my blood. Alright. Oof. Almost done. Almost done, skis. Almost done. Almost done. Done, 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 done. Almost done. I make you a favor. Will look good on paper. It's fine. And maybe I like. And she's. You look like oboe. Look good on paper. Alright, to the farming guild we now go. Oh, and that was actually another thing. This is a segment for, actually, let me unlocked farming guild. We're also gonna put that in here. We'll say 245. Somewhere around there. At least that'll help. If I add like a little timestamp as well. But yeah, this is actually going to be a little segment for the video recording, but on top of basically green logging Tithe Farm and getting up to level 68 farming, we also passed the level, oh, bunch of A's right there. We also passed the level 65 requirement to access the good part of the farming guild. What do I mean by the good part of the farming guild? If I pull up to the farming guild here, the farming guild is all the way at the left side of the Great Korend. So, you know, we've got like Wintertod up here, the Arceus Fairy Ring that we always go to here. Konar is over here, the Slayer Master. Farming guild is right over here, right? The farming guild only requires, I think, level 45 to access. But when you enter the farming guild, you only have access to this area over here that has a bush, a flower, and an allotment patch. When you hit level 65, that's when you have access to the good part, which basically gives you another herb patch and another tree patch, as well as this anima patch when you start getting some special seeds from fighting Hespori, which you also have access to. So at level 65, that's when you really want to start coming here to the farming guild. You can also talk to the guild master to receive these contracts based off of your farming level. She's basically going to ask you to grow certain things. You grow them. She gives you packets of seeds that could, you know, if you are an Iron Man, it's going to help you continue farming. Basically, you get all kinds of seeds. The only thing is that we need level 85 to access this top part. This top part has a Celestris patch, a Spirit Tree patch, and access to another Fruit Tree patch, as well as having the Redwood patch over here. So at level 85 farming, we actually have a bunch of better stuff that we can access. You know, there's also the bank up here, which to me is kind of useless, because why have a bank right here when you have the bank chest right here, which does the same exact thing, right? So I don't know. I couldn't tell you guys. But I did receive a contract. You can see the little info box here. My farming contract was to grow some strawberries, which we did have. So I'm going to basically collect them right here. We're going to collect our strawberries that Guildmaster Jane asked us to grow. There's a lot of strawberries I'm getting. Dang, that's a lot of strawberries. Holy crap. Alright, once you collect them, you see the little info box for that thing disappeared, which means we come and talk to Guildmaster Jane. Oh, I'm switching up the tunes. Give me a good one. Come on, give me a good song. Alright, that one's nice. Yeah, I've completed my farming contract. You'll be wanting a reward then. Here's a seed packet. Heck yeah, take another medium contract. Can you grow some snape grass for us? Snape grass. Oh, that's perfect for me. I usually try to grow snape grass anyways, so let's see. Put the seed packet in here. We need another tree, which we already got on us. We need another herb. the hairy lamb. How is sailing for mid-game supplies? To be completely honest with you, I have not done sailing since it's been out. My sailing level on this hardcore is still level 1, and even on my main, it's still level 1. The only sailing I've ever done is in the beta before the skill actually came out, but again, I haven't worked on it yet, so I have completely no idea about anything when it comes to sailing. Since the skill has been out, like I said, I've never even touched it yet. So I don't even know how to go about training the skill. I know you have to complete the quest, the Pandemonium, that I haven't done that yet. So, but eventually we are. It's just at the moment I have no idea. Excuse me, I had to cough right there. We're actually finishing up these this farm run before I try to go ahead and do a little bit more Wintertod. We need a tree, we need a seed. I need a flower. We're just gonna collect from the thing and the 2 allotments, which is gonna be 6 and 2 more of these. Alright. I maxed on my main, but I heard shipwreck salvaging gives great AFK supplies for iron. Yeah, I'm actually part of an Ironman clan, and the other irons in this clan, they have, like, a couple of them have already gotten 99 sailing. And they pretty much have told me the same thing. They told me that there's ways for them to AFK, I think, up to like 30 minutes, I think, doing the salvaging with certain crewmates or something like that. And they are able to get some decent supplies. And I'm actually gonna have to ask them how to go about it, because I haven't tried it myself, but I do need to get 45. We are going to be working on sailing sometime soon, I would say, because I need level 45 for the Troubled Tortugas quest. We're gonna end up doing that quest because I want to get Bell's Folly. Bell's Folly is gonna be a really good stab weapon to get for the to do things like Slayer, or even when I go to do like Tombs of a Masket eventually, and things like that. So we are going to be working on it for sure. I'm gonna have to ask those guys how to, like, you know, help set me up for some AFK activities, because I do edit videos as well. I do have a YouTube channel where I just post basic gaming content as well as videos for this Hardcore Ironman series. So having more AFK methods to do while I am editing vids and stuff like that is going to be pretty nice. So I do need to definitely need to look into it. We're definitely going to be working on sailing pretty soon. Yeah, delete. Get out of here. Get out of here, stream boo. Alright, and we are... We are... Dunskies. Alright, farming run for today is done. Complete. Finito. We can move on to other things. We are free. We are free from Tithe Farm, and we are free from this farm run. We actually were able to green log Tithe Farm today. I say green log because we green logged it, but also not technically. If I pull it up here in the collection log, you see that we have 6 out of 7 items. Only thing we have left to grab is the herb sack, which is 250 points. And we do have the 250 points, but I found out that you need like level 58 herb lore in order to purchase it. So until we get 58 herb lore, the herb sack is just going to be sitting there. But we do have the points to purchase it. So Tithe Farm, done. Finito. We don't have to go back there until maybe I want to make some ranging potions and I need some Wines of Zamorak. But Yeah, we are done. Tithe farm complete. Also, the islands you unlock give you some good AFK woodcutting options close to banks. I heard about that as well because on my main account, I was actually telling some of my friends that I was looking for some AFK money making methods because my main, I have two accounts. I call it my main, but it was my original Hardcore Ironman. Um, but I got to the point where we basically were starting to get into some PvP or PVMing, I would say. I got that account to the point where the only way to upgrade my gear was to now start fighting bosses and doing raids. But as a hardcore going into it for the very first time, I was nervous. So I was telling myself that I needed like another account to practice on. So after much consideration, I actually decided to make that old hardcore a main account. So I de-ironed it and made a brand new Hardcore Ironman so that I could use that main account to practice raids, bossing, things like Zora, and stuff like that. So I could be prepared on this Hardcore Ironman. So I just refer to that old hardcore as my main and this hardcore as my hardcore because that main still has Ironman status. I think the Iron Man status goes away on Thursday, so then I can just completely just call it a main and my hardcore. I feel like I always have to explain that because it always some people get confused. Like people who were friends on that main who knew me as a hardcore, they were just like, "Wait, I'm confused. Like, when did you get a high level main account and stuff like that?" I'm like, "All right, this is what happened, right?" So yeah. But there were a lot of people telling me that I was planning on cutting magic logs on the main to sell them for money, but some of my friends were telling me that if I just train up sailing a little bit, I could cut some of the sailing wood cutting trees, like ironwood or even rosewood or something like that, and those would sell on the GP for a lot more money than if I did magic logs or I think redwoods. So I was just like, okay, I have to look into that. We definitely have to look into that a bit. We have a Bandos page. I know we have a Zamorak page somewhere in here too. Oh yeah, over here. Yeah, we'll organize all that stuff later. For now, I think we're going to head back to Wintertod for a bit. So, if I'm going to be heading back to Wintertod for a bit, we are going to go. We gotta teleport. We're gonna Artie Cloak to a fairy ring. We're going to fairy ring to the one that's just south of Wintertod because I don't have a games necklace or a skills necklace, whichever one it is that teleports you to Wintertod. Is it CIS, I believe, right? Alright, yep. And then we are going to run. So usually when we stream, I like to stream for at least about like 4 hours or something like that. So minimum. So if we go by that logic, then we're going to be doing Wintertod for at least about like an hour or so. Maybe. Perhaps. Brumatorch, Pyromancer outfit. All we're missing is the boots. Which we'll just grab Clue Hunter boots. Alright. This and that. Need an axe. Boom, boom, boom. Clue Hunter, this. Don't need anything else other than this. I need a hammer and our fletching knife. Fletching knife's gonna go down here. We're gonna turn escape crystal on for 10 seconds. So in case anything happens and we do DC, we are safe. Switch over to world 307. And turn entity hider on. And with that, we are ready. They're actually coming up to like the end of a game here, so it's pretty cool. All right, and then we'll wait for this game to end, but I have to use the bathroom really quick, so let's use the bathroom really quick and do this Wintertide. All right. Oh, come on, let's make it. Yeah, came back just in time to make that. That's crazy. Oh, that's probably super loud. We're gonna turn that off. Oh, snap. I didn't even add the potions together. As soon as I came back into the room, I was like, oh no. I saw it say like 5 seconds and I was like, oh snap. I was like, quickly, hurry. Alright. And we're gonna turn that up a little bit higher so when we get damaged, we can hear it. Alright, but since we are basically here now, now we're just going to be now we're just gonna be vibing out to the music until oh wow, you would do that on the very last one. I always feel like when I do Wintertide, this kind of turns into like a just streaming chat. Turn my brightness down a little bit. It's a night. I think I have some points too. Alright, looks like we have an ad starting in about a minute. Chat's about to get hit with ads. Oh, come on. Hit me on that last one. Even when I was fletching. What's up with you, Wintertide? Waiting for you, waiting for you to be real. Saving for you. Take me under. Rain, all the lies that you left me. Tonight, 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 tonight. Tonight. I look over at my tablet and it's an ad about coffee as I get ready to drink my coffee. It's crazy. Rain on the lies that you left me. Ooh. And I think of you. Days and changing, I remember. I don't think of you when I open my eyes. Hey, 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 hey. Only miss you when I open my eyes. I only miss you when I. Oh, I meant to check how many meant to check our KC and how much all right, that last game that we did was kill count 333. Oh, and that was the first of our rewards, so we're actually just building up rewards now. I had already collected from before. So we got no rewards in there, which is fine. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's I was about to say it is 11:20. So I feel after this game after this game, I think I'm gonna have to go and take my dog out, which is probably gonna take me about 10 to 15 minutes. But I don't necessarily want to end stream just yet. So we'll probably just take a little break after I'm done with this game. We'll probably just take like a little 10-15 minute intermission I'll probably just leave the music playing. But we should be right back if I'm able to go and take her out real quick. All I see is you staring there in front of me constantly, and now I can't get no sleep. All day and night you keep me up. So done. I'm giving you more than enough. At the same time, I don't know, cause Winter Todd isn't probably like the most exciting content to be streaming anyways, so maybe I'm trying to think. I don't know. Do I want to end stream? Or do we want to keep going? Because honestly, I feel like I said, Winter Todd isn't really like much exciting content to be streaming. I feel like this is something that I could definitely do on my own and just put like in the recordings. I don't think I really need to sit here and subject everybody to Winter Todd. So I don't know. You might just end it here, to be honest. No, no, no. No sleep tonight. No, no, no. No. I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to call it here? I don't know. I'm confused. Yeah. I think I'll probably end it here. Cause you know what I'm gonna do? I think that we'll just end it here for now. Because Winter Todd isn't that exciting. But, however, what I will probably try to do is yeah, that would have been super funny if I got something just for like those couple of rewards. We're gonna come back on Friday. Because I didn't upload any videos this week, I'm trying to get into the habit of let me go ahead and switch this over. Hey, calling out my name and it feels like sunlight in the night sky. It shines on my mind. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. I really like this song. What? Why didn't that change? Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I was like, what the heck? But yeah, I feel like we're just going to end things off, at least for right now. Because, like I said, I feel like Winter Todd isn't like super exciting content. So yeah, I'm not going to, even if this stream kind of turns into maybe of a just chatting stream, I don't want to subject you guys to that. I should though, if I work on Winter Todd these next couple of days, maybe Friday I could stream us getting 99 fire making. Maybe that'll be awesome. And then I could probably turn Friday's stream into like something that I do with the viewers, right? Because we did unlock Guardians of the Rift, so Guardians of the Rift is now something that we could do. Maybe we'll do like a mass Guardians of the Rift on Friday or something like that. Start working on rune crafting. maybe we could do some Winter Todd with like the viewers as well. Maybe I'll open it up. Everybody can come in. I mean, I feel like you guys saw me log into World 307, which is a mass world anyways. So I feel like it's not really restricted. Anybody could have popped up and showed up during stream or anything like that, right? But but yeah, I feel like we'll just leave it at that. If I don't upload Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I'm trying to get into the habit of actually streaming those days. So because I didn't upload any videos this week, that's why I decided to stream around this time. Same thing on Friday. I don't think I'm going to have the videos ready to upload by Friday, so we'll most likely stream again then. So make sure you guys are subscribed on YouTube. Make sure you follow on Twitch and hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified as soon as we go live, and you guys can show up, support, do all that fun jazz. Right? So yeah, let's get biased in here. What? Verified chat only? Oh, well, that would make sense. But yeah. With that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into today's stream. It really means a lot to me that some of you guys were here and participated. And, you know, there's so many other streamers that I feel like you guys could watch, but you guys chose to be here and support, and it really means a lot to me. So thank you guys. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Let's actually find somebody to raid before we do end things today. So let's go over... you know, I really feel like there's not... I don't really feel like there's anybody that I want to raid at the moment. There's actually a few people I started following, a few smaller streamers around like the same follower amount as me and stuff like that. They've got around the same let's see, like viewer count and stuff. Nah, I usually like to rate other Ironmen. It's a lot of Phasmophobia people, because I've been watching Phasmophobia lately. I don't know. I think we'll just leave it there. I don't think we're gonna raid anybody, because we are ending it a little bit earlier, so the people that I usually raid aren't online. So yeah, I think we'll just leave it there. I'm just gonna end it for today. I would have went longer if we were doing something other than maybe Winter Todd, because I have to go walk my dog. I was supposed to walk my dog maybe about like an hour ago. So yeah, we're just ending it early. I'm sorry, I said that like a million times, but again, thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I will most likely see you guys on Friday. Bye guys, enjoy the rest of your day.